and welcome to the Fireside Chat. I'm your host today, Melissa Shea, and we're here at the 2022 Principals Meeting of MBH. We're in a bustling hotel, so you may hear some noise in the background, but I'm honored to have our guest here today. It is Diane Woodhall. So Diane, could you tell everybody a little bit about you? What's your name and where you're from?
Okay, my name's Diane Woodhall. I'm the Managing Director and Founder of Logistica Training.
Wonderful. And so, how long have you been in this sector?
I've been in the sector forever, but I started Logistica from a dining room table. It was May 2017, and we'll be celebrating our 5th birthday this May. In the middle of the journey, I sold Logistica to MBH during the pandemic in June 2020.
Very cool. So let's take it back to that dining room table. What was your inspiration for starting the...
I'd worked for various training providers and colleges, and I've took positives out of everything that I've done in my life. But I got to the age where I really wanted to have a go myself. So I picked out all the good bits from where I'd worked in my career. I feel like we've got the chemistry, the right staff, we've got the right offer, and it just works. It works. I'm really proud of what not just myself but all my team have achieved.
Wonderful. And so, how many classes have you done, or what?
We've delivered now to over 8,000 learners in the UK, 8,000 qualifications at levels 2 and up. And we've given skills to people in employment that they didn't have before, which has progressed them not just in their job but in their life, in their career. So we're really proud of that.
Very cool. Where do you see the future of your business growing?
We're just coming out of the pandemic, and that's why I sold to MBH, because I wanted to be part of something bigger and I want to grow the company, not to a massive corporate scale, but I want to offer other things and be more diverse. So I'm really excited about the future. We are bidding for things that we've not delivered before and expanding as a company. And like I said, during the pandemic, we had to adapt to survive. It was been tough for everybody. And I think without being in the group, I don't think we'd have done it. The support has been phenomenal.
Yeah, so then let's take you back. So you start your company in 2017 at a kitchen table, which I think is so inspiring because that's how most entrepreneurs are starting it, right? They get the light bulb on and say, I could do something better, right? They see a need in the community of some sort. And so you saw it in the health and care sector, right? And so for training. Mm-hmm. And your timing couldn't have been any better for, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so let's fast forward. How did you get introduced to MBH?
Good question. We did put the company, for personal reasons, with my other business partner, we had to put the company up for sale. I'd never heard of MBH before. And I'd worked for companies in the past where they've sold and they've merged with another company and the chemistry wasn't right. But MBH have been true to the word. They let you get on. As a director, they're not there to change the business. They're there to embrace and encourage and illuminate your ideas, basically. So, so I'd not heard of them before, actually.
Yeah. I love that you said that, illuminate your ideas.
Yeah,
that really does describe MBH.
Yeah, because sometimes you get an idea and you might bash it over with bash it backwards and forwards with your husband or a colleague, and you don't get that reaction, So working with other entrepreneurs and experts and people who've been with MBH, a lot longer than me, you don't feel as crazy that, that's not quite a bad idea. Let's try this. So, it's been very inspiring and positive. Yeah.
Okay, so you got introduced. Was it Vicky who told you about it?
Yes.
So it's another MBH member who tells you about their experience about coming onto the platform.
That's right. Yeah.
And then, so you joined right in the pandemic, right? In the summer of 2020, right? And so you're in the healthcare sector, global pandemic's going on. What are you doing for your business at that point? What kind of mood are you in?
Exactly. The health and social care doors were shut. They were closed. It's the hardest industry to deliver training into. And my company, our preferred choice of delivery is face-to-face with the learner in small groups on the employer's premises, and we simply couldn't do that. So we adapted, and we had to deliver training on Zoom, Teams, something that was so alien. None of my staff had ever been on a conference call on a screen. So we had to learn quickly. And then once we'd learned, we'd got to encourage the learners and employers to embrace that change as well. So I'm not going to say it was easy. We had to do it in tiny steps. But then going forward now, the business has changed where we've not gone back to pure face-to-face delivery. There is a mixture. So it has changed us for the better. We've got more different styles of delivery now because of COVID.
Yeah, so isn't that neat that there's some good that came out of that whole thing?
Yeah.
All right, so then let's look at this as well. Are you happy you joined MBH during the pandemic, and why? What did that offer for you?
I think if you can survive as a company through a pandemic, you can survive through anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's good that MBH, invested and bought us in the middle of a pandemic and trusted that we are a good company to have on board. My commitment now is to really show MBH that we're here to stay and we're going to be bigger and better than ever.
Yeah, to grow. So what's your future goals along with MBH?
All along, even when we sold the company, it was to make sure that the staff that have put all that time and hard work into Logistica was safe and looked after. We didn't want a big massive corporate company coming in and changing everything and me losing the staff, and that's not happened. We've maintained, I'd say, 90% of the staff. So the staff are safe, the staff are happy, and once you've got a happy crew, you can try other things and grow. And a lot of the staff that have been with me right from the start, they've progressed in their employment, and they are now in more managerial roles to take it forward. That infrastructure has grown, and they in turn are passing on their knowledge, and we're growing as a company.
Very good. So what would you say to a business that's considering joining MBH? What advice would you give them?
Talk to principals, ask the awkward questions, any queries, any worries you've got, just talk to them and ask the questions. They'll all give you honest answers. That's what I did. I spoke to Vicky, I spoke to Paul at Robinson's Caravans, I spoke to KS Training. I really did my homework and grilled, because I wanted it to be it's a big thing when you've started your company.
Yeah, it's like a baby, right?
Yeah,
You're giving over your baby.
It's your baby. When you've started a company and all your staff have contributed and made it a really good company, to sell it, it's got to be right. It's got to be right. And it was the right decision, the right choice for us.
Very cool. So what would you say to investors that are thinking about investing in MBH in form of purchasing stock or something like that? What could you say, being on the inside as a principal, to investors?
The very proactive, very intelligent people that care about the businesses. They, even through a pandemic, they've kept them going. They're looking at new ideas. They're always looking at solutions. Always half glass full people. I would invest in them, no questions asked.
Yeah, because you can't buy that kind of skill set, right?
No.
That they care so much, right? And there's no interference in their business, right?
That's it. We've all got synergies between each companies, but the skill set is just second to none. Second to none.
Very cool. Well, Diane, I know we have to get back to our conference, so I want to thank you so much for taking out these few minutes to talk to us about Fireside Chat, but a real fireside. I'm so excited. So for those that are listening to this video today, I hope you learned a little bit more about what MBH does. It's really hard to understand the mindset of a small entrepreneur or a small business, and how MBH is the platform to help it grow and give liquidity to a company like ours. So thank you so much for joining us on this version of Fireside Chat with Melissa Shea.